What? Hey everybody out there in YouTube town, are you ready to get down? I know I am. This time, this week, this day, not week, this day, it doesn't matter. We're here to react, it does matter. Billie Eilish, boosh, right there, it says it there. Billie Eilish, and what is the song? Your Power. Your Power is the song. I like to start awkwardly, and I want to keep that awkward momentum and energy going throughout the rest of this, but let's stop and do business. What's in the description below?
Yeah, in the description below we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our gaming channel.
These are true statements indeed. Now, let's get to this. Billie Eilish, I'm late to the game on the Billie Eilish thing. I know, right? I heard the Bad Guy song like this year, and last year, and I'm like, oh, this is good. Who is this person? She's everywhere. I'm like, oh, that's her? She did that song? I'm an idiot. So, new fan, still trying to figure out her deal. So let's watch the new thing, this new one, Your Power. We'll see. It's the summer of jams. It seems. Yeah. This is the summer of jams. So this is the Billie Eilish jam. So we're gonna get to it now in 3, 2.
Fun.
All right. Opening on Darkness. Boom. Harsh cut.
Oh,
desert.
pretty.
Like a desert.
Mm-hmm.
It is a desert, not like. We're gonna try and remain as quiet as we can. Already it sounds folky, folksy. Much like her music, this opening shot is very right? Zooming in. Her voice is so delicate in this song.
Yeah.
So much more delicate than I've heard it before.
It's so soothing.
Very much so. I'm assuming this is a drone shot, and man, what a steady, beautiful drone shot. Sorry, the boots were cool. Sorry, really quick. Do you see?
Oh.
It's like the snake from Harry Potter. Sorry, I'm a nerd. Okay. There's something very refreshing about this video. It's nice to be out in the open. And it's nice to be outside and feel like, ah, the great outdoors.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this was shot on, you know, it could have been on a soundstage for all I know.
Yeah.
Or it could be on location with drones. It could be both.
I mean, it looks like it could be California.
Right. Well, I mean, probably. And the snake is now... I think the symbolism of... and we'll get to the symbolism of the snake eventually, because there's a whole thing going on here with the snake. Especially with this part going up the... and around the areas. A lot of Garden of Eden vibes, right? I've never heard her this melodic, I think.
Oh, really?
Right. I'm not as familiar with that version of her work. God, such a dreamy quality, right? It's like a weird fever dream, but not like a nightmare. Just like one of those spiritual journey dreams that you have where you're in the desert and you're like tripping. It's kind of in that vein. And the snake is very heavy. Look, it's weighing on her and it's coiling more and more. Look at this. There's so much going on with this. And she's uncomfortable. Still singing beautifully, obviously, but, you know, another drone shot, we're tracking back. No, I'm sure this is about how love can feel restricting, right?
Probably. I have things to say
Oh,
about
great,
that.
perfect, because I don't know a lot about her personal life, so that is a big key onto the symbolism of the song and the video. Which, you know, personal life stuff, they're artists, we're not trying to delve too deep. Harsh end. It's like she woke up.
Yeah.
It's like she was in a dream. She was doing the dream thing. And what's really interesting about this is there's about 20 seconds of darkness. It just ends. Wow, that's interesting. And it is officially done now. Wow, there was a lot of darkness going on there. In more ways than one. Okay, we're in break it down times now. This is break it down times. We're going to break down what we think the plot is, what we think the overall arc is of what's going on here in the song and the video. We're going to review it, rate it. So let's start. What did you get from this video initially?
Well, she's a pretty private person. I'm not, well, to an extent, I'm not 100% sure what the timeline was, but she had a documentary release.
Yes, I recently, yeah.
Recently. And during that documentary, it was taught mostly around when she did Coachella, which I think was 2 years ago.
Right.
But she had a long-term boyfriend during that, and they did end up breaking up.
Oh, that's sad. That sucks. So this could be about that?
It could be about that, but because the timeline was so long ago, I'm not sure.
Right. I mean, well, the artists are generally, like The Weeknd, like other artists like Alanis Morissette back in the day. Every single artist is influenced by their own personal life. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and split hairs about it, but I can see what you mean by the symbolism, because this video is sort of the visual representation of what the song is. And this drone tracking shot, if that's what it is, if it's faked, it's a well-faked drone tracking shot. And if it isn't faked, it's a really good done. Really good done.
Good done.
Really good done. Opening with her alone, out in the middle of nowhere, a desert, zooming in slowly on her, coming in on her with this, like, very sad, lonely thing. But then we find out she's not alone. Snake! Oh god, what's going on with this snake? It's suffocating her.
Yeah.
It's literally weighing on her and suffocating her, and she's not comfortable, but she's still singing, and she's still trying to carry on. She feels alone, except for the snake, and it's suffocating her. And it's almost as if it's her only company, but she hates it, but it's her only company, and she feels alone, but she's with the snake. So if that could feel like a toxic relationship, maybe, if you want to look into that, that could be a relationship that maybe isn't toxic, but is coming off and feeling toxic. There's a lot of different variables there.
It could be about her relationship with the media.
The sexuality aspect. Now, I know this is going to sound weird. The snake coming up between her area on her chest and then coiling around just below the bust. That is very much symbolic of the snake is claiming ownership. Intimacy, ownership. This is my reproductive area, says the snake. And the snake is a phallic symbol. It's a big old dick.
What?
Maybe it is, though. It could be representative of how a man's sexuality feels like an invasive snake.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, because of the wiener. Sorry. Anyway. Gross.
I have some things to say about the snake, which are actually kind of funny.
Please.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but to
the internet
me,
will.
You will. There were definitely parts where it looked CG.
Yes, oh, totally. Yeah.
Okay, and I actually think that's kind of funny because I do know that in the past there have been things that Billie wanted to do herself in her videos.
Right.
That her team wouldn't let her do.
Oh, okay.
So I just sit there seeing her pitch to her team that she wants a real snake to like coil around her.
Like an anaconda.
Like, no.
Like an actual, like, yeah, and then I want like a real anaconda, like a real anaconda. Not a fake one, like real. Like, no, Billie, no.
Like,
no, that's
we
bad.
can have the real snake on you for some shots, but it will not be coiling.
To me, what was going on is that it was representative of the spiritual journey of being like in a desert, the symbolicness of that, because everyone always associates spiritual journeys with a desert. So you're in that vein already. Then you've got the symbolism of the sexuality, you've got the symbolism of the media, you've got the symbolism of the snake and the Garden of Eden and of heaven and hell. Metaphorical stuff with Billie going on there. Now, whether the snake represents the relationship or the individual or relationships in general, she could be just at that point in her life where she doesn't want to be committed to one person and she wants to go and see other people and experiment and doesn't want to feel the burden of this old symbolic biblical reference of what it is to be in a relationship and committed. She doesn't want to feel weighed down and bogged down and suffocated by that, whether or not it's with anybody in particular. That could be the case, or it could be the media. It could just be the media suffocating her with sexual. It could be all of it. It could be her feeling like she's alone and all this crap is just always eating alive at her, eating her alive. Sorry, please.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was done. That was it. Yeah.
She's pretty open about the meaning behind her lyrics, so if she hasn't already, I would be curious when that comes out.
Right.
What it's about. But yes, it could be all of those things.
That's true. It could be all those things. It could be none of those things. Who knows? But so now let's rate it. I feel like we've gone on at length about this. So let's rate this now out of 5 Elishes, right? Elishes. What does Elish sound like if it were a food like company? Like if it was like a packaged food, an Elish? An Elish sounds like an orange cookie. So out of 5 Elishes, you know, it's got like orange marmalade or whatever in it. It's got chocolate, and then it's like a nice shortbread. Delicious. So, okay, so out of Elishes, we've made it up now. Out of 5 of those, what do you give this video?
5. She's so good. Her voice is so good, always.
Yeah, the song was so well done that the video could have been anything, but the dreamy quality of it was really what I enjoyed. And if it was CG'd and mixed with regular stuff, then that makes it even better because it's more dreamy. So you're saying 5 for you, Elishes. I'm gonna say I'm only gonna dock it half a point because I could have had a little bit more plot, but with what little we're able to work with now, half a point dock. So it's 4.5 Elishes, like half an Elish, because I took a bite out of it and I put it back. It was like, delicious. Now I want orange cookies. The reason why the half a point is because I know that everyone's doing very much with very little, as much as they can with very little, and the only reason why half a point is docked is because I feel like they still could have probably added a bit more here, even though they were doing the whole point was it's supposed to be very basic, right? And I love that because the song should speak for itself. I still kind of want, it's a visual medium, right? It's a visual medium. You got the money, you got the goods, you got the production value, you got the talent. Go crazy. Like, this was great, very subtle. But next one from Billie Eilish, this was so subtle that her next one, I want to be in my I want in the face, I want big, I want bang, right? Like I want nutty, I want it to get crazy because I know she can do that. She did that before, and this was great. But I want her to bring that back. That energy is great. She has great energy, is what I'm saying. This was tremendous. 4.5 out of 5. Elish's delicious orange marmalade cookies, chocolate and shortbread. It's wonderful. Coming out soon. I can't guarantee that. What's in the description below?
In the description below, we have some links for some fundraisers for the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as links to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our gaming channel.
These are true statements indeed. That's gonna do it. Thanks for being here, and have a life, and bye. Bye. Yeah.